paka paka waka chiki 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 waka paka waka 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 chiki 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 waka paka.
Hi, Al. So episode 3 now. The first thing I'll mention is that I sort of have realized maybe I should have done a preview video. So I'll do that for future seasons. If I do them. Okay. So the first thing I have here is about the previously on. I happened to pay attention to it. It talked about the women bonding together. But Nicole rubbing some the wrong way a bit. Will and Shannon's attraction to each other. Krista and Monica laying low, which I thought was very, of the whole lot, I noticed that the most, because I'm thinking, why would you need to mention this, you know? So I was sort of looking at the previously on as an insight into feeds that perhaps you wouldn't be able to get otherwise. Yeah, that, and Sherry being the mum role. That was pretty much it. So to really start the episode, Nicole's upset. She's nominated. She said to Monica that she knew she would be put up because Boogie didn't make eye contact, which I thought was interesting, something to note. Yes, a lack of eye contact. Is that to say represent some sort of shame, guilt, that you don't want to look at that person? So it is something she picked up on. Apparently Sherry, everyone told her that she was safe, she was fine. That clearly did not work out. Nicole also talked about she's gonna sort of still be herself, have one-on-one conversations, sort of private conversations, right? So there's the one she had with Hardy. He said to her, like a piece of advice would be if he was in her position, that he'd pretend nothing had happened. I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was good advice. Again, everything Hardy says. I don't know, he's been pretty good. Nicole talked to Bunky and I think it was Autumn, mentioning putting Will up. Will and Boogie up. That Will would go because everyone's nuts with him. And this is where we get the half man, half amazing line from Will as he's looking in the mirror. It's also great seeing Nicole talk about getting rid of Will this early. So Bunky, he has a diary room. He always talks in a soft voice in the diary room. It's very noticeable. And he talks about voting Sherry out, as well as taking Will out because he's a dictator. So Will's very noticeable with what it is he's doing. We get a Sherry segment after this. Will wants to bang her. Sherry actually talked about younger men being some sort of interest. However, she's a little, like, she has a 17-year-old son, so she kind of doesn't want to do it for that reason. Autumn likes Sherry because they had a motherhood talk. I was about to say I don't remember. Good thing I wrote it what it was. That she's able to take advice from her, so there's that. Will doesn't, he talked about no one affecting Sherry, so he doesn't believe it will happen. Monica says that for Sherry it'd be a little scary, especially not knowing that she'd be up. She probably didn't know for the first week. And then you get to Kent, a big player for this week. Kent is. He says that Sherry is a big threat to people who want to win, being everyone's mother role, that she's very passive aggressive about it. Bunky also sees Sherry as a threat, and Sherry herself does not believe you should count your eggs before they hatch. So even though everyone's told her she's safe, she's not fully confident on it. So far, it just seems like she's not the biggest reason why she gets voted out. So what's next? Okay, next was a beauty segment, where Will should perhaps have his own beauty salon. Maybe he should. He also says that he hopes that people are underestimating his ability to cause destruction, which had an animation I liked after it, because the screen just changed color after he said it. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that. Bunky right after this though has a diary room saying that Will's pissing a lot of people off. So much for Will's strategies. Bunky also stated that his strategy is to get rid of Will as soon as possible. Only took like an extra 5 years for someone to evict him. Will brings up the idea everyone should go on a 24-hour fast. Nicole believes that he just wants to see if he can move his chess pieces. Will's looking to control them. And I very much enjoy the edit. The look he gives kind of reminds me of with Game of Thrones a little. Remember Cersei when she's giving the look of the okay, so spoilers for Game of Thrones as well. She's giving the look after the beheading of Missandei towards Tyrion. It's a little similar. A Will and Shannon segment. That's all I have to say for now. Bunky comes out to Kent. Something I've been waiting for. There's a little disagreement over Bunky not correcting the assumption about his wife. Bunky talks about how he used to pray that he would not be gay. That his mother as well did not want him to be gay. It's a little tough hearing. And Kent says that he admires Bunky's courage to be who he is in a straight world. And they hug, and Kent has a DR about welcoming the gay Bunky to the house. There was not any, so Kent's not going to target Bunky for being gay. Back to the fast, however. Autumn drops out after 3 hours. She was first down. She made a comment about Will's fast, about not wanting to say anything. Nicole still doesn't like Will. She doesn't really like the idea of it being Will's fast, and I will say that it is very powerful language, because he gets all credit over everyone's eating habits for the 24 hours, for the 24-hour period. But that's the thing. Yes, you can get credit for something, but that same credit can be something to use against you. If people want to take you out, they can say, look, this person did that. Have a luxury challenge. House guests are to spell a word using their bodies, and Boogie has to guess what word it is in order for him to win. Kent had a diary room about how there was a word that was mentioned, and as soon as Will agreed to it, how everyone fell in line. So this is sort of mentioning Will's power over the group. They win. Boogie guesses it. It was filet. Cool. Just in case Nicole had to be extra different, she's a vegetarian. Which, I mean, how I don't get how many differences she has to have with this group that to work against her. Anything there is. Everything just sort of seems to point to she should be the person who gets voted out, but it doesn't happen. Okay, so Monica, although she's not on the show very much, she did have a line about if she were to choose right now or else she'd get kicked out the house, she would vote to evict Nicole. I just kind of mention it because I liked her line delivery. So when she's on there, I quite enjoy her. Krista finds Will obnoxious. However, she says she's pretending to sort of go along with it at the moment, pretend to be the cool chick. But if she were to win HOH, she'd put him up. So it kind of made me think a little like, wow, she was a little bit of Will before Will. I mean, in terms of Will wasn't the first one to come up with the idea of playing nice to somebody you plan to nominate if you were to win HOH. Kent is having a conversation with Monica in which he plans to seed about voting out Sherry over Nicole, and it seemingly works very well. This was fun. So Justin and Kent get in a confrontation over a pillow, and Kent does not want to be in an alliance with Justin anymore. I'm gonna phrase it like that and only that because it makes it sound absolutely ridiculous. Fighting over a pillow. Will continues to seduce Shannon. He definitely succeeds. Apparently steals her from a boyfriend that she apparently had. Also, Will and Mike, they don't see anyone voting to evict Sherry. Even though Sherry isn't as confident, they do not see it coming whatsoever. And this pretty much is episode 3. Is there any thoughts I have? Well, the next episode is the first eviction. And so far, from what I've seen, as to why Sherry goes, Kent gets a lot of credit. Even though I don't get to really see the conversations so much, just little points. Nicole as well, having the conversations to be able to get people on her side. And Will gets a lot of credit as well for being a dick. So yeah, I believe next episode, I said I thought it was going to be this episode, but it seems next episode will be where Justin gets expelled as well as Sherry gets evicted. Looking forward to it. Season so far, very enjoyable for me. Bye bye.